So you're at home right now, you're seeing all these crazy volley drills against the wall, and you're saying, that's nice, but how does it really help my technique on my volleys? Well, in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how you can improve your volley control and accuracy. Some drills you can do at home or against the wall at your house to improve your volleys. And the very first thing is just starting with kind of one of those simple drills of bouncing the ball straight up and down. And the reason I'm starting off this way, because it's very basic to make sure you feel comfortable hitting the center of the strings. Now, one big portion of the technique for volleys is the guide. And a lot of times people, when they hit a volley, they stop and create all this tension, and we want to focus on guiding. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do and transition it. So the next part of this drill is just taking the ball, and actually we're going to push through it and create a little backspin. So just like this. So you can see how I'm hitting it, and I'm pushing my racket this way, adding a little bit more guide as the ball goes straight up. I'll do it a couple more times so you can see how this happens. And this may take a little time, but this is really important. Now, I'm going to come over to the wall here, and this is super important. I want you to think about a couple things. The racket face is going to send the ball in direction, and the racket path is going to create the spin. So if you notice how we were doing before, the racket face is facing up, so where does the ball go? Straight up. And as I'm going this way, the racket path is creating spin. So how we're going to relate this to the wall is I'm going to make my first adjustment, which is taking the racket from here and adjusting it this way. Look how the racket face is facing more towards the wall and do the exact same motion. So you're going to see I still have that same amount of backspin, but the ball is going a little bit more forward. And this is hugely important as we think about guiding through the ball. Most players are thinking about this flat contact, which makes the ball die in a lot of tension. But when you adjust the racket and go from here to here, now look how I can guide through the ball and have plenty of control, and the ball is going a little higher than what I want for a normal volley, but that's exactly what you want to start with. This third thing we want to think about is making another adjustment. So instead of going from here to here, we're going to go here and close a little bit more, but have the same action of going forward. And you can really see how now going forward, the ball doesn't go as high, and you can see how I'm not stopping. Look what happens to the ball there. I'm guiding through, and it's a lot of control. Now I want you to do one more kind of adjustment, is to do the flat ball hit, because you're going to really see how if I do this flat ball hit here, what's going to happen. This is what most recreational players are doing. Look how the ball goes down, has very little control. So you can now see how this can work and potentially translate to you on the court and having more accuracy and control on your volleys. By just opening up the racket face, you'll notice how, yeah, the ball goes a little bit higher as I hit, but now look what I can do. Now my racket face is really open, and if I start closing it a little bit more, you can see what happens and how I have more control over it. But if I get too flat, I lose all that control. So when you go back to the court, start experimenting with the racket face and the guide, so you have a lot more control. I can do this over and over if I can catch the ball, and I'm guiding through the ball, compared to a lot of players who are doing this on the wall. And they're running over and they can't control it. Don't be that person. Work on these drills at home so you know exactly how you can improve your volleys. And if you really want to improve your game, you should check out Home Tennis Max. It's a complete course that covers strategy, mental, physical for your tennis game at home. So you're not like left stuck thinking, how can I improve my game at home? You can do it by going out and checking out hometennismax.com and getting that course, because it'll really change the way you view and how you can improve your game at home.